Hello everybody, it's Football here with John Montez and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing fine. I'm also doing fine, and today we are back again. A nightmare for Amorim. What is your thought in today's fixture? Premier League fixtures out and Manchester United have been given really the toughest start. This is the toughest start in my own opinion. This is a big test for Amorim, in my own opinion. It's a very big test for Amorim. That is what we want to discuss into this video. What is your thought into these 5 starting games for Manchester United? Because these games are going to shape the season for Manchester United. These ones are going to make them or break them. These 5 games are going to make Amorim to keep his job or Amorim to be sacked. I want to see your opinion into these 5 games. What is your opinion into the 5 games? That is Arsenal, Fulham, Burnley, Manchester City, Chelsea. And let me see also in the comment section how many points can Manchester United get out of these 5 games. And Brentford, by the way, Brentford also is the toughest one. Let me see in the comment section how many points Manchester United can get out of those 6 games. Now, something also else I will have to dive into this video, which I found interesting, is some news against about Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho will be heading to Napoli if things goes the way they are going, and Manchester United are demanding around £25 million for him. What is your thought to Jadon Sancho going out in Premier League? And yesterday also there was some news that Jadon Sancho refused to lower his salaries or lower his wages, and Manchester United are also demanding high. So Manchester United are currently demanding around 25 million for Jadon Sancho, so they have to sell him, and Manchester United need a permanent deal, not a loan deal. So Napoli are looking and weighing situation out of this and see if they can make this deal happen. So those are the 2 topics I want to talk about this evening. So make sure to smash a like on the video, and if you know you are watching us for the first time, please, I just want to request you, take a second or two, click the subscription button. Don't forget to click on that notification bell, so each and every time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. To our subscribers, I want to say thank you so much for your continuous support. Without you, this channel could not be able to reach where it is. Now, let us just dive directly into this and look at these fixtures and tell me your opinion into this. This is my honest opinion. If Manchester United passes this test, because this is the biggest test for Amorim, if Amorim passes this test, he will have an easy season. He will have a better season. He will get top 4. I think Amorim's future is decided in these first 5 games. He has to make sure he beats Arsenal Old Trafford. He has to make sure he beats Fulham away. He has to make sure he beats Burnley. He has to make sure he beats Manchester City. He has to make sure he beats Chelsea, and he has to make sure he beats Brentford. This is how this team worked last season. This is how Manchester United performed against this team last season, and we know things will have to change The same performance we displayed last season is not the same performance we are going to display this coming season. And results might vary, but it won't change a lot. Arsenal last season, the way Manchester United played against them, Arsenal won their first leg, and Manchester, the second leg, they drew. That one, we got 4 points out of Arsenal last season. Let me just get it. We got 4 points out of Arsenal. 1 point, I mean. Not Arsenal got 4 points out of us. We got 1 point against Arsenal. Fulham, we got 3 points, if I'm not wrong. We got 3 points out of Fulham. Burnley, we got 4 points out of Burnley. Manchester City, we got 4 points out of Manchester City. Chelsea, we got 1 point, and Brentford, we got 6 points. That is how those things played last season. This is my honest opinion before we play Arsenal. Make sure Manchester United board or Manchester United should make sure that Amorim gets his team ready. Amorim gets his players ready, because this fixture is not a joke. These 5 games will shape the future of Amorim. These 5 games will shape the league or the future of Manchester United in the next season. They will have to make sure they face this transfer window ruthlessly now. You have to make sure you get your all target players, all players that should come in by the end of June. Amorim by the end of June should be should be already. He should have his targets. He already should have his players in. Those include new players, players from the injury, and players who he knows is going to the next season with. We don't want a mixed reaction when we start the league, because our league starts immediately when this picture was dropped. Our preparation for the league started when this picture was dropped. We have to face this game, Arsenal game, ruthlessly. And in my own opinion, if Manchester United does the signing, I've seen we played against Arsenal and we were very comfortable against Arsenal. We didn't panic. We did have a lot of pressure. I am confident we can get 3 points out of Arsenal. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough to play against Arsenal. But we know them. Arsenal, we know them. We have faced them twice. You have said we faced them more than 3 times. Amorim have faced them, I think, 3 times now. 2 times, if I'm not wrong. Amorim knows them. He knows them. He knows how to play against them. I think Manchester United knows how to play against Arsenal. And that game is huge for Amorim. That game is also huge for Teta, because Premier League is going to be very quick. 3 points has to be taken in the first leg. In the first game, teams are going to rush for that 3 points. And Arsenal have to get those 3. They need to get those 3 points to jumpstart the season where they left it. Because remember, Arsenal were the most disappointed team. They were very disappointed this season. They were very disappointed last season, I mean. So, Arsenal are going to face this game, and Arsenal are not going to change a lot. Because currently Arsenal are just looking for a striker. If they get that one, I think the squad will be done. The squad will be good. They will not have to add any additional player into that squad. If they get a striker, that is, even if it's Sancho or even if it's Gyökeres, if they get that striker, I think Arsenal will be done. And this is the advantage we have. Amorim's system has to work. Amorim's system has proven to be very difficult for Arsenal to play against. I think Arsenal they have to find a strategy to win against Manchester United, because this result last season is not impressive. That don't means Arteta need to work, and Arteta is looking out of this, and you see what Manchester United does not have anything to do next season. Their work is to make sure they train week in, week out, no Champions League football, nothing. Our work is to train. That is why the first 5 games are really, really crucial for us. The first game will set the pace for the league. Fulham, we can beat them. It's easy. We can take 3 points out of Fulham. The maximum point I see Manchester getting out of Arsenal, maybe, I think Manchester can get 3 points out of Arsenal or a draw out of Arsenal. Losing to Arsenal is not an option for the first game after that bad performance. After that Europa loss, Manchester United cannot allow themselves, or these players cannot allow themselves to lose this first game. And we have to come into this game with momentum. We have to avoid any injury. Any injury we have to avoid. We have to sell our players. The players who has to go, they have to go as early as possible. We don't want mixed reaction. We don't want to mix our focus. Oh, we wanted to sell this player and we haven't sold him. We haven't got the buyer yet, so he has to stay. He has to stay. We don't want that. We just want to jumpstart the season with a banger. Arsenal must be beaten. There is no choice about that. There's no excuses. You have proven you can play against Arsenal and you can beat them. It's obvious. You have to try and beat them. Remember, we knocked them out of Europa competition, of FA Cup, with a red card, and we really played well in that game. It was the beginning of the season, Amorim new season, and Amorim have not lost against Arsenal, so I think we have a chance of winning that. Fulham proved to be very hard to beat, especially in the last day. We have to beat Fulham. We have no choice but to beat them. Burnley, we have no choice. We have to beat Burnley. We just have to beat Burnley. Manchester City, with Amorim have lost against them. That one give me a motivation. But Manchester City is very prepared. They know they had a bad season. They've already renovated. They already have a structure in place. They've already bought in the players they want. They are still buying players. They still know what they want. Pep is looking for revenge. Is looking to bounce back in the next season. Beating Manchester City in the game week 4 is going to be difficult, but we'll have to measure that. We'll have to see how that one plays against Burnley, Fulham. But we cannot lose the first 3. We better get 6 points or we get 7 points going to Manchester City game. I'm confident we can get 7 points going to Manchester City game, in my own opinion. With the squad we have, with the preparation, even the current squad, we can get 7 points before we meet Manchester City, in my own opinion. We have Chelsea in place. I think this game has come early, and I think sometimes, if you look, this thing is an advantage for Manchester United somehow, because you got to finish with the top 4 last season as early as possible in the first leg, so you remain focused is to play with mid-table teams. So get maximum points against Chelsea, get a draw against Chelsea, or get a win against Chelsea, get a draw against Manchester City. What I want to see next season, let's do what Liverpool did. They make sure they had a draw against Big Five, or they had to make sure they get a draw against those traditional top 6, and then get maximum points against average clubs, or mid-table, if for lack of a better word, mid-table teams. Make sure you get a maximum point against those mid-table teams, so it gives you time. I think sometimes if you look at this thing in different perspective, it's a good thing for Amorim and it's also a bad thing for Amorim. It's a nightmare. It can be a nightmare for Amorim, but it can also be a blessing for Amorim because you got to finish with the toughest team as early as possible. The earlier you finish with the toughest team, the better, because you will be left with less time to compete with other people. Because remember, we finished 15th. We need a good start, and if you get the best team, the top 3 teams last season, you already got them in the first leg, in your first 5 games. From game week 6 to second leg, you have an easy run. You don't have I cannot say it's an easy run with Manchester United nowadays, but you have something to compete, you have something to get points out of. So it's upon Amorim to look, how am I using this one as an advantage? Because advantage is only one. You have got to finish with the first. You have got to finish with the best team first. Then your remain focus is now to beat these other teams, which is beatable. Beating Chelsea is a task. Beating Manchester City is a task, and beating Arsenal is a task. I think if they could have placed Liverpool here, that one could be really brutal. But those are very difficult season, or those are very difficult fixtures for Manchester United at the moment, based on our current situation, based on the current squad we have. That is a very, very ruthless fixture for Amorim. It's a big test for him, and I'm looking forward to see how this one is going to play. But how many points can Manchester United get out of this? I think we can get 9 points out of 15, in my own opinion. We can get 9 points out of 15. That one means we are going to go to the game week 6 with no lose. We don't need to lose this. Either we take 5 points out of 15, or we get 9 points out of 15. But there's likely a chance of getting even 12 points out of 15, in my own opinion. I don't know what you guys think about that. That is my opinion into this fixture. It's a tough one. It's a tough for Amorim, and Manchester United need to prepare well enough for make sure that they are ready for game 1, because our states, just like I've just said it, our season starts today when this fixture was released. This is when Manchester United prepared for the season, or this is when Manchester United started to think about the league, started to be serious. We have to be very ruthless in the transfer market. We have to go for our targets as early as possible. Make sure by the end of June, we are only 2 weeks away from June. Make sure you have everyone in place. By July, start getting rid of the people you don't want. Then July, I think we are going for preseason as early as possible. It's good for the team to gel together. It's just very good. We are going early for preseason. We don't have this club World Cup. We don't have it. So it's an advantage for us to prepare. Chelsea, look, Arsenal are not there, so they're preparing. Chelsea have Club World Cup. Manchester City have Club World Cup. They don't have the same extra. We have a lot of energy to play them, in my own opinion. We have a lot of energy to play Chelsea and Manchester City. And we can beat Bournemouth and we can beat Fulham. Arsenal, surprisingly, we can beat them because we can't lose. If we want to jumpstart our season, if we want to go to have a great season, Arsenal is a motivation. Beating Arsenal will shape a lot for Manchester United. Beating Arsenal will shape our modern future. Arsenal is the target. Arsenal game will determine a lot where Manchester United will finish next season. For us to get a top 4, we have to make sure we get at least 9 points for the first 5 games. For the first 5 games, make sure we get 9 points. I don't know what you guys think about that. That is my opinion into this. What is your thought into this? How many points can Manchester United get out of those first 5 games? It's a nightmare for Amorim, and it's something that is right now is stressing a lot of Manchester United fans, and it's also stressing Amorim, because we don't know how Manchester United players can turn out. We don't know how our devils sometimes work, because I think sometimes we just don't get it. We just don't get it right. I hope we get it right for the first game. That is my call. I just hope we get it right for the first game. Now, let me dive into Jadon Sancho issue at the moment. Right now, Manchester United are currently looking for Jadon Sancho a club. Napoli are interested in him. Personal terms is not a problem, and they need him to lower the wages. Yesterday there was some also news that Sancho refused to lower his salaries or to lower his wages to anyone. It doesn't matter the team is going, but he refused to lower his wages, which is incredible. Does really Sancho want to play football? No. He's just busy with the money. And this is a mess that Manchester United found themselves. We are going to have a tough time getting rid of Sancho. We are going to have a tough time getting rid of Rashford. Because these players are in a huge salary bill. They're in a huge wage bill. And it's just going to... Teams are not attracted to them. Not because they are a bad player. Because of their wages. If Manchester United can get 25 million out of Jadon Sancho, it's good. Good enough. We can get that money out of Jadon Sancho. Chelsea want to pay 25 million. So that is the price we set up. We cannot go above that. We cannot go beyond that. So it has to be 25 million. Napoli are willing to sell, but there is no contact between Napoli and Manchester United at the moment. So at the moment, it's just interest. We always know in the transfer market, it's always about interest. This person is interested in this. This person is interested in this. So it's amazing to see how this one is going to fold for Sancho. I'm looking to see. I don't want to see him next season. I want a permanent deal, even me. But if you cannot get a permanent deal as early as 24, let us send him on a loan by the end of June. But we need to get that permanent deal, 25 million for him. Let us get out of this problem completely. We just need to get out of this problem. And that one goes also to Sancho. We have to sell him. That one goes to people like Shaw. We have to. I am surprised I don't hear anything about Shaw right now. I'm really surprised I don't hear anything about Manchester United linked to that player. People like Garnacho should have gone long time ago. They are still in this club. So it's massive to see how Manchester United are going to approach this transfer window. They have to sell to buy somehow. I feel so. They have to sell and to buy. Belmo deal probably this week. I'm not too sure about it, but I think it might happen this week. So we need to get our targets as early as possible, because as you see in this fixture, it's not favorable. This fixture is a setup for us. This fixture is a huge test for us. This 5 games is a huge test for us. So we don't want to lose focus. We need our players as early as possible. We need them as early as possible. That is my thought into Jadon Sancho issue. Let me see down in the comment section where Jadon Sancho will play next. Is it Napoli or is it going to be West Ham? But my problem is he going to agree to lower his wages? Because his wages is the problem, not the club. The club are willing to sell, the clubs are willing to buy, but he has refused to drop his wages. Let us wait and hope and fingers crossed that Jadon Sancho valued playing football more than money and lowers his salary and goes to Napoli and performed. That is my honest opinion into this. But he can decide to stay, which is not a problem. But if he stays, it's going to create a lot of chaos, and it's going to be terrible for Manchester United. I don't know what you guys think about this. That is my thought into this. Smash a like on the video. And by the way, if you know you are watching up to this place, I want to say thank you so much for your support. I'm not taking it for granted. Please smash a like on the video. Click the subscription button. Don't forget to click on that notification bell, so each and every time I produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify. To our subscribers, I want to say thank you so much for your continued support. Without you, this channel could not be able to reach it is. Until we do the next one, enjoy. Peace. Thank you.